here to share with you some of my cross stitching and knitting from the past few weeks. I hope everyone's having a good August and everyone's staying cool and relaxed and enjoying, if it's summer where you are, enjoying doing all the summer activities that you love, I guess. I'm having a great time, I guess. Like, life update, I just came back from vacation. I vacationed near a state forest and it was great. And I stood on a lake again, which is like one of my favorite places to be. So I'm feeling a little bit more recharged and better. Sorry, I'm just like really also staring at my phone right now because I got a new phone. And so seeing the quality of it right now, hopefully the recording comes out this beautiful. It's just really awesome. But anywho, I will try not to ramble too much and get right into it. So I do have a finish to share, and then I have some more cross stitching progress to share, and then a new start knitting project to share. So not so much, and I will probably release another video very soon because I do like keeping my updates to around 5 things, which keeps the video itself to around a half hour, which is easier for me to handle, upload, and edit and all of that. And so there should be another video very soon because I have another set of like 5 projects or so to share with you all. My first finish that I'm going to share is one of my Pokemon TCG cards that I made. And this one I believe I got this one on Birdie Stitching, but I've been now making some of my own. And I have finished my Machamp. I'm trying to put something behind it so all the light doesn't go through it. And it was so funny because I was so like not sure about the colors when I was working on it because it didn't seem like it was going to work out. And it really did not come together until like the very last color. And then I clearly saw the Pokemon in it and it was so freaking awesome. So there is my Machamp. This is going to be a gift for one of my fiance's friends that they really like Machamp, and so I'm going to send this away to them. So I hope they like it. This was a lot of fun, and I also finally got around to making an Instagram highlights where I put all of my TCG finishes because I realized like I have a lot of them and I want to keep track of the ones that I have finished. So that was a lot of fun. And I did this on one of those pre-stretched canvases that you can get from Michael's, and this is just in a 14 count black fabric. Another finish on one of those pre-stretched Ida things is one of my fiance's finishes. So my fiance has been doing a little bit of cross stitching, and this is his most recent finish. He made a Snorlax with a Kirby in the belly for one of his friends. And what's really cool about it is like he found both sprites and he's just been doing his own thing. Like he's like, I want to put the Kirby in the belly, and he just figures it out and does it. Whereas when I make things, I'm very much like a rule follower and I need to like follow the pattern. Sometimes to like not my own benefit. Like I am very rigid in that I need to follow the pattern, and that's not good sometimes. And he just can kind of just do it. I don't have anything else to say about his project, but I have to say it's so fun to watch him working on cross stitching stuff because he's so cute and he's also colorblind. So some of these like colors, he can't see the differences in them. And so it's really interesting, to just see him work, and he manages it anyway. But yeah, anywho. Yeah, all color charts are not good for him. He needs like the symbols for sure. He can't just do color blocks. So that was my finishes in my cross stitching. So now I just have whips. So on my BAP wheel, I have pledged to put in about 20 hours on my Nesteros piece. I just realized I forgot some of what they'll look like when they're done. So this is my Nesteros piece, which is a mashup of Super Mario World map and Game of Thrones. So that top part is like the Winterfell, not Winterfell, sorry, Beyond the Wall, and this is the wall here. And then this is Winterfell over here. And then King's Landing. Some of these other places I just forget the names of. So this is a massive project And you can find the file, the PDF for free on spritestitch.com. It's by Servotron, who has also done some of the epic Pokemon pieces. And I am working this on a piece of 25 count Lugana. I think it's in the colorway Ice Blue. And I'm doing 2/1 10 stitch. So I think the last time I showed this piece, I had only stitched, sorry, it's kind of hard to hold it. I was just still over here. I had done a lot of the mountain area here and the blue. And then what I had left was to finish getting over to this edge and down and doing an entire panel section of blue. But it is looking amazing. And I'm working this, I think I said it 2/1, but it's with 10 stitching. So just a half cross stitch. And I think it looks amazing. And over here, I have finally started, I think this is the 3rd row technically, like 1, 2, 3, I think so. This is the 3rd row. I'm really excited. I am not excited to be in the blue again, but you can see there's some of the grass and the mountain coming back in there. And so, yeah, I think I'm like over here. Let me see. Yeah. So I won't be in that blue for long this time. But as I was just saying, I am such a pattern follower to like such rigidity that I have a hard time deviating. So for example, I have 2 mistakes in this column over here. And my head last night was to just frog it. Because I just couldn't imagine what to do, because that would mean I was off two rows on the bottom here. And so the next part, which is one of these ships, this ship over here, hope you can see that, it wouldn't line up. And my boyfriend was like, just like go with it, just fudge it. So I am trying to just fudge it, but it does mean that like the little watery parts won't line up. But it shouldn't be such a big deal because I'm not staying in the water part for this area all that long. So hopefully it won't bother me. Hopefully I won't regret it when I get to the next row down and there's a mistake or something. I am just going to diligently count the next column. So I try to only work 1 column-ish at a time on this project until I get to more of like the details in the middle. So I'm just going to make sure I count this row that I'm finishing here. So this was the thread that I was frogging back from, just a little. And then this thread I'm going to try to finish off all the way to the bottom of the column. Double check my counting here and make sure I have the right number of rows. And then just match up this one on the edge, however that page ended, if that makes any sense. And then just praying and hoping for the best and hoping it looks okay and that the next one will line up as I start it. I am a little nervous. I really do just want to frog it. And I meant to show you guys this around the 5 or 10 hour mark, but I got really obsessed with working on it. I did bring you with me to Stitch NJ and got a lot of work done on it there. And then I did work on it. Oh wait, I don't know if I worked on this over vacation. Yeah, this one actually didn't get much vacation work, but that's okay. But either way, my needle has been on fire, and out of my 20-hour rotation on it, I have about, and with the mistake, I have about 2.5 hours left of work on it. So I should be able to figure out what is going on over here, and then hopefully I'll be able to start the little section, at least a row, a column over here. I should be able to get to. Like, thank goodness for 10 stitch, because it makes this go so much faster, which is amazing. But yeah, I really love this project. I will probably just work on it more because I love it and just put another mini rotation on it. Another whip that I will share progress on, so I'm just going to shift my legs because they're falling asleep, is this one I haven't worked on in a long time. And I don't have the finished picture of it right now. Oh, I'll try to insert it here if I can, what it looks like when it's finished. This was a sal that I think came out during the pandemic, so in 2020, that was hosted by Stitchonomy. I think I'm saying that right. If not, I'll input it down below. And it was called the Homely Houseplant Sal. And this was the first one. There was apparently a second one. So I do have fabric cut for the second one. I don't think I purchased the second chart yet. But I'm just doing this on like, I think it's on 14 count. Just 2/1, some old Ida that I had. And I really do love plants. And at the time I was super obsessed with plants. So it was really, really great. So here's where I'm at. And I had the Monstera done, this cactus, and the snake plant done. And what I added on was the ficus and this pothos. So I did put this up again for another rotation in my journal because I just really enjoyed working on this so much. Like it's a little mindless and it's easy and it just is really super gratifying right away. So like I'm gonna work on the shelf and then try to work on the plant that's in this corner if I can, and then work my way this way. And then hopefully start on the second one. That would be a lot of fun. This would be really great to get done and display in my craft/plant space. So I really, really love this. And I'm just using the DMCs for this. I think on this pot, I think I did try to use like some variegated color in cotton, but I ended up changing my mind and just going with DMCs, which is all right. I'm trying to find like ways to use some of my fancy floss for various things, but then I get discouraged and I have to take out like the DMC color card, and I have a hard time just matching colors. And like I said, I follow the rules and I just have a hard time substituting. I wish it wasn't like that. Anywho, another piece that I haven't shown progress on for 2 videos, so I figured I would now. It is still in the hoop because I am planning on working on it tomorrow, and I just really don't want to take it out of the hoop right now. So this is my epic Pokemon piece that I've been working on for like 100 years at this point by Lord Libidin, which you can find it on his website. It's a free pattern. I am almost done. I am working on this 25 count, 2/1, half stitch. I want to say this for sure. My original goal was end of the summer, and that's not happening. So now I am hoping by end of the year, and I really think I will be there. And to celebrate, I will be starting Gen 2. I purchased the fabric for Gen 2 at the New Jersey cross stitch retreat, which I'm really excited about because I got a fabric that was like not like this one at all. This fabric was just so stiff and annoying, and I just can't deal with it anymore. And it gets so dense with all the stitching on this full coverage piece that I bought Lugana for it, also in 25 count, and I think that'll be such a relief because my Nesteros piece, where did I throw it? I threw it somewhere. My Nesteros piece is on a piece of 25 count. And like just the feel of the fabric, even though this does get dense, just the feel of the fabric, it's lovely to work on. I could work on this for hours and like my fingertips will not hurt. I work on my Pokemon piece for a half hour and my fingertips hurt. And it's also at a place where it is super heavy because it's almost done. So it weighs a ton. So here it is, still in the hoop. I'm sorry. Hopefully it'll take it out of the hoop next time. But I just really don't want to take it out right now. And maybe I'll start you guys from the top. I do mean, I swear, to take out this little bit of yellow that's still hanging out of there. That was when I thought I was going to stitch that whole yellow background, and then I was like, what the hell am I thinking? So there you go. Try to go maybe a little slow so you can see them all. They all look amazing. And I'm also doing this thing where I'm catching up on all the white stitching because there was a point, I think I was streaming, and I didn't want to stitch white on my live stream because you can't see it. Like nothing exciting is happening. It wasn't fun for me to work on. It probably was not fun for my viewers. So it was whenever I was stitching on it during my live stream, which back then I would stream for about 3 or 4 hours, I was not going to stitch on white for my viewers. Like that was just too painful. So I did end up falling behind in all the white. So I think last time I showed it, I think I was just up to Pidgey still. I'll have to check. And so I've done all of this over here. So this is the final row, man. Look how close I am. Look at the edge. And I know some people would have that done by like next month, but I just can't. I burn out so fast. The fabric pisses me off. The frog did come and try to get me again. And so I got up to over here, which I'm really excited about. Sandshrew just looks adorable. I love Ekans. And I think on the white, oh yeah, I left it hanging. On the white, I'm over by Psyduck over here. So I've also started leaving, like these are parked. So these are parked threads for the next column, because this is another project that I only work on one column at a time, because it's just way too easy to make counting mistakes, and that just makes me upset. So I'll do like an entire column of black, so basically outlining all the Pokemon, then I'll fill in all the color. But since most of the Pokemon aren't done in one column and their color continues, I'll just park it where it will be next time. And then I'll do the black and then continue with that color. And that's been working for me. But I left this white hanging because I also had learned a great kind of little tip. And I forgot her name, but I met her at Stitch North. And the tip she gave me was, you know, sometimes at the end of your stitching time, you're saying to yourself, this is my last thread, and then after this thread, like, I'm going to put my project away and go to sleep or whatever you have to do. But she said that she just threads up and does a stitch or two with a new thread, and then just leaves her project like that, so that when she comes back to it, if you have 5 minutes, if you have 15 minutes, like, you can just get started right away. You just load that thread onto your needle and go. And that has been a really great strategy that I've been trying to make into a habit, because once I get back to work, I most likely will have not much time in the evening to stitch, and it'll be great to just put my thread on my needle and go. And so that'll really help me, rather than taking out my whole bobbin box, getting my thread separated from the skein or whatever and going. So I'm really excited to try to be better about doing that before my stitchy night is over, or whatever project I'm working on. I'm just gonna leave a thread hanging on it that's ready to go. So I do love this. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I will show you guys the bag briefly. It is very dirty, and I also do not do this tape thing anymore. So if that's any indication of how long I've been working on this, like, because as you can see, please do not do the tape. It discolors the fabric. It's not a good idea. And the back, I have washed this while it was in progress, and I just stopped. I mean, I do try to wash my hands before stitching, but it's just, I've been working on this for so long. So the back is also really beautiful and crazy in its own chaos, which I love. I love a hoop butt. So hopefully, I plan to show this in not my next video, but the one after. So it is currently on my Friday evening rotation. So I do try to work on this on Friday evenings for sure. If I know my Friday evening will be busy, I'll try to work on it in the morning until I start work. So that's hopeful that that will be done soon. I did get a lot of work done on it during my vacation, which was really exciting. And then I think that's it for cross stitching, and I just have a knitting start to show you. So one of the younger friars at my church has moved on. He got not ordained. He did his solemn vows recently, so congratulations to Brother Christopher on making his solemn vows as a Franciscan friar. And he was the leader of our young adult ministry, and he was great at getting us all together about being real, and which was very welcoming and amazing. And he is now being sent to work at a church in Syracuse, and it is very cold there, and it'll probably start snowing in like a month or two. And he's not expecting the amount of cold there. So I told him I would knit him some socks to keep him warm, because a lot of friars, if you don't know about friars. You can Google it. It's part of like religious life and religious groups. He's a Franciscan friar, so they are people who are, I don't know how to say it the right way right now, but are pledging themselves like in the vision of Saint Francis to serve, Saint Francis of Assisi to serve Christ. Anywho, they tend to wear like gray habits and sandals, even in the winter. So, and through the snow. So he will need socks. So I am making him a pair of the Basic Rib Sock by Kate Atherley. And I am using this Patons Kroy, which I love. And Patons Kroy, you know, you can get it at Michael's. It's really cheap, but it is super durable. And I find it really great, especially for men's socks, because the heels do not wear so fast on them. Because the yarn, while it is a fingering, it is just a little bit thicker. And so I really do like to use this yarn for men's socks in general. And they are super warm and toasty. I think 2 pairs of the socks I've made for my fiance out of this, he has always said that they are his favorite. So, and this one is in the colorway gray brown marl. And so it is a self-striping, which is really, really fun. And here is where I am at. So I finished the cuff. And it's such a nice gray striping pattern. Well, not gray striping, sorry. Self-striping. And I love Kate Atherley's Basic Rib Sock because the ribbing is a 3-1 purl and... not 3-1 purl. 3 knit, 1 purl ribbing. And it just makes it so that it doesn't fall down as easily. So it's very friendly. It's very beginner friendly. It's a quick knit for me. I basically have the pattern memorized. I wasn't sure if I was going to do like black for the heel so that I wouldn't break the striping pattern, but I think it'll be okay. So this has kind of become my subway bus sock, appointment sock. One of my other socks was it for a little bit, but I'm in a tricky part on it, so I haven't been bringing that one with me. So this one's been moving along just a little bit faster. And I have to gauge. I don't know if he's going to be like a type of person to like want 2 exactly matching pairs of socks, because I would have to find the same start, or will he not care? I personally tend to not care about socks that stripe perfectly. If I can get it to match perfectly out of this ball right away or without wasting too much yarn, I'll do it. But sometimes I don't want to waste the yarn, and plus I'm making these for men, and these 2 men in my life, well, not men in my life, the friar and my boyfriend both have very big feet, and so I can't waste a lot of yarn. So hopefully the striping part will not be, yeah, I don't know. It's fun though. But I think that's it. I think next time I'll have a lot more, not a lot more knitting, but I will have some of my quilting to show, which I'm really excited about. I'll try to pop a picture of it over here. I did finish Path of Daggers by Robert Jordan finally after like 400, I think my app told me I started it like 450 something days ago. So like over a year and a half ago. If you haven't read Wheel of Time books, they are very dense. I feel like I flew through the first 2 or 3 because I just really got immersed in the world, and now, not that I'm not liking them or hating them, they just are hard to read, and I don't know. I am a slow reader in general, but it was very interesting because my app said that I started the book like 450 something days ago, and it also tells you, because I log my reading every day, and it tells you how many days of reading you put into the book. And I put 50 total logged days of reading into it. So if I would have just read, I'm not a monogamous reader, as you can maybe see over here, I have like a whole mountain of books. But if I just monogamously read that one book, I would have finished in like less than 2 months, which is crazy. But I just can't do that. So, and I think I did have another reading book finish, but I can't remember right now. Oh, I finished Island of the Blue Dolphin. I'll try to put a picture of it over here. I don't have them in hard copy because I borrowed them as an ebook from the library. Sometimes if I have them in hard copy, I'll try to hold on to them until my next update video, unless it's going to be due and they won't let me renew it. But other than that, yeah, A lot of these are Kindle, Libby, what do you call it? From the library, borrowing ebooks from the library. I don't know, I'm losing my words. Anywho, I think I'm done rambling. I think those were the main two books that I finished recently. If I think of another one, I'll just pop in pictures of them. But other than that, I hope everyone's having a good August and everyone is getting all of the stitchy and